My 2018 con year kicked off in Columbus for Ohayocon 2018. This marked my first year attending, and this was a convention I wanted to attend for quite a while. Held in the not-so-snowy January this year, I can proudly say that Ohayocon started my con year in a very strong way. Ohayocon had an incredible location at the Hyatt Regency Columbus and Greater Columbus Convention Center in the heart of Columbus. This venue also houses the smaller MatsuriCon that takes place in August. With all the construction pretty much finished, the Hyatt and Convention Center finally shows its true potential, and it held this con incredibly well for 2018. I never had problems with crowding, and the fact that the Convention Center also housed a restaurant expo that weekend meant that there's plenty of room for this con to expand. This is also an excellent venue to take photo and video. The lighting in the venue for the most part is very well lit, and there are notable areas which are excellent for a quick pic, such as the big stairway in the Hyatt, as well as the Rainbow Bridge in the Convention Center. Just like MatsuriCon, the Hyatt houses a food court, but expect the food court to be more packed as Ohayocon is a larger convention. And for those staying at the Hyatt, you get a discounted parking rate if you park at the Chestnut Street Garage. For those new to Ohayocon, do note that the convention primarily uses wristbands over badges. They offered badges to those who pre-registered, but all paying attendees are required to wear wristbands for the whole weekend. In addition, those staying at the Hyatt are required to wear an additional wristband to get on the elevators at night. The whole topic of whether the con should use badges over wristbands is subjective, but personally, I didn't find the wristbands to be a problem at all. Registration for me went very fast, and I didn't have any issues with panel organization. The only real issue I had with Ohayocon's organization was the autograph handling on Friday. I had instances where the autograph line started at the end of the line instead of the front, making it a last come, first served autograph session. In addition, there were constant changes with the autograph times, which caused some confusion for attendees. In their defense, the venue didn't give Ohayocon enough space for the autograph area. They literally had to make the most out of what they had. The good news was that the staff were able to rectify this issue on Saturday and Sunday, and the autograph lines were handled significantly better. I felt that the in-house con staff were all very nice and friendly. I did run into a small issue, however, with the convention center security on Friday. I was yelled at for filming a cosplayer seen from this clip in the hallway that goes to the convention center. I didn't run into this problem in this area for the rest of the weekend, so I didn't find it to be that big of a deal. When it came to events, Ohayocon was jam-packed with everything you could ask for. Their panel catalog was huge, and I'm sure there's at least something that will keep you entertained. Their guest lineup was also excellent for this year. Ohayocon brought a diverse guest lineup, bringing not only voice actors, but YouTubers, cosplay guests, musical guests, as well as guests from overseas. Ohayocon also hosted an incredible rave. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get footage of the rave, but from my experience, it was fantastic. The music was loud, the crowd was wild, and everybody looked to have an amazing time. The DJs did an incredible job keeping the crowd entertained all night long. If there was one area that really impressed me at Ohayocon this year, it was their dealer's hall. Not only was it huge, but this was actually the biggest dealer's hall I've seen so far for an Ohio anime convention, very comparable to Yomacon's dealer's hall. Now moved to the convention center, the amount of anime merchandise and artwork was excellent, and you can spend quite a lot of money in the dealer's hall alone. Some of the guests also had booths set up, so if you wanted to meet or get autographs from the guests, you do have that option. Several others told me that they definitely preferred this dealer's room over last year, as there was a lot more space to move around, which was an issue from previous years. And finally, let's talk about the video game room. The video game room was located on the first floor of the Hyatt and was laid out almost exactly like MatsuriCon's, but bigger. I do have to admit, for a con of this size, I was not that impressed with the amount of games this game room offered when their competition delivered even larger video game rooms. But that didn't mean at all that this game room was bad. Ohayocon's video game room had a diverse selection of console, PC, indie, and arcade gaming. The game room delivered in terms of variety, but I would like to see this game room expand even more in the coming years. Ohayocon is an excellent convention that started out my con year in a very high note. I know certain people had told me beforehand about the big problems this convention had, but after this year, I really didn't feel that was the case. Ohayocon's big selling points were their huge dealer's hall, amazing guest lineup, and so many things to do, while I felt the con should find a better place to have autographs, and their video game area could definitely be a lot bigger. If you can fight the weather and can make the drive to Columbus, Ohayocon is well worth your time and is a perfect cure for the wintertime blues. I give Ohayocon 2018 an 8 out of 10. An excellent experience. Thank you all for watching my review of Ohayocon, and it's great to be back doing con reviews after a 6-month hiatus. So now I turn to you people. What are your thoughts on Ohayocon this year? Please let me know in the comments, and if you like what you see here, subscribe to the PNV today for more con coverage, cosplay music videos, and more. So until then, I will see you at the next con.